Jane Eyre, a la Shmoop. My story's a common tale, really. Girl meets boy, boy falls for girl, girl finds out boy has a violently insane wife locked in his attic. But there's a twist. This girl is a governess. I wasn't born a governess. I used to have a nice home with my uncle until he died and left me alone with my horrible aunt and monstrous cousins. Cinderella thinks she had it bad. At least she wasn't sent to a boarding school that made that hotel in The Shining look like a B&B. I did make a friend named Helen, which was cool, until she died, and I woke up next to her cold dead body. What didn't kill me made me stronger though, and I got my teaching creds and got out of town. Way out of town. I found a job as a live-in teacher to a Muppet named Adele. She was super cute, but her guardian, Mr. Rochester, was a bit of a jerk. He kind of started to grow on me though, in an emotionally unavailable Mr. Darcy kind of way. I even helped when someone tried to flambe Mr. Rochester in his bed and mauled his house guest. In hindsight, I probably should have paid more attention to all of these attempted homicides. Definite red flags. I was not happy when Rochester's girlfriend Blanche showed up. She was all wrong for him. Tall, perfect, musically talented. I hated her guts. Luckily, Rochester knew she was a gold digger and decided to marry, wait for it, me. The engagement was all a blur, except for a few ominous warnings here or there, like that time I woke up to find a hideous woman in my room trying on my veil. Well, at first I thought it was just Mr. Rochester expressing his latent cross-dressing tendencies, but then I figured it must be a dream. A dream that ripped my veil in half and left giant nose hairs behind. I should have known the drama wouldn't stop there. I was literally at the altar when this guy piped up that
Rochester has a bonkers first wife named Bertha squirreled away in his attic.
You'd think someone would have mentioned her earlier, like maybe before the day of my wedding. I wasn't the polygamous type, so I had to get away. But it turns out the world isn't a friendly place for penniless governesses. Fortunately, I was discovered by distant relatives. I crashed with them until my rich uncle died, leaving me a boatload of cash. Things were great until my cousin St. John declared that he was madly in like with me and wanted to sweep me away on a just friends honeymoon/missionary crusade. Tempting as it was to marry a guy who found me as attractive as cottage cheese, a girl's gotta have some romance in her life. Rochester. I couldn't help it. I still loved the big lug. That floppy hair, that elegant nose, that condescending sneer. I guess I could get used to showering him with a head case. When I got back, Thornfield was in need of some serious renovation. Rochester was blind and missing a hand. Naturally, I suspected a cool lightsaber battle, but apparently Bertha burned down the house. She never saw that one coming. And Rochester almost kicked the bucket trying to save her. He looked so broken and sad, but most important of all, he was single again. Well, I married him, and we're living happily in our new home. This time, no attics.